Now let's look at some of the rules and the principles and why we're doing what we're doing and how we're doing it so that you really understand why we're doing a technique. When you're doing a technique like this where you're going lock to lock, you want to make sure you go hit and lock, or lock, hit, lock, hit, lock, hit. If you just keep going from a lock to a lock to a lock with no hits in between, the guy can stand up, he can try to hit you. You're basically giving him time to do something. All right, so you got to keep hitting him. Pain causes thought cancellation, so we're going to follow that rule, okay? And they hold where it hurts because we're worried about the second hand. He's already trying to punch us once, so we're worried about the second hand. So when we're doing this, and I'm going to be flipping back and forth all over the place, so if you could start over here, Ted. When we're doing this, when we've got the handshake, all right, the first lock I'm going for, my thumb's on the back of his hand in between the two little bones, and then I'm grabbing around the base of the thumb and the wrist. And this is my hand, so even if he's squeezing tight, I can let go and get my hand in there. So the first move is your thumb goes under the back of his hand, you grab the base of the thumb, and I'm going to use this to push down so I get a little bit of a lock there. As the punch comes in, I step in and duck, and my elbow is going low to the stomach, all right? So that I'm ducking underneath that punch. I know it's coming, all right? If I saw it coming earlier, I might have been able to do gift of destruction or something like that, or a different technique, but it's coming at me. So this is a duck technique. And so you want to get the lock, and then you go in. Now, I'm still in the center line. So I want to mess with his height zone because I don't want his knees coming up to kick me or anything like that. So when I hit low, it's messing with his base, which that's his height zone, right? So he should bend over when I hit him in the stomach with that. The other thing that's going to happen is his left hand should now start holding where it hurt. So I don't have to worry about that as a second attack unless I stop doing stuff, okay? So when we come in, he's shaking my hand, I'm in the center line right now. So I get my lock, and this is as you step in because you're ducking the punch, you're hitting low, and that's bending him over. That also sets up when I go for the second lock, when I'm down here, as I bring my elbow up. Now I do not lead with my elbow, I just want to bring this up and accidentally hit him as his head comes down. So everybody always tries to lead with the elbow. Do not lead with the elbow. This comes up horizontally, okay, and hits him in the jaw. So from here, I had this lock. You don't have to do anything. I had this lock, and then when I go in and hit him, this hand still has the lock, and it just does this. Your other hand doesn't let go. It just spins around. And you want to, the biggest part of the hand is these two knuckles, so I want to make sure I'm grabbing underneath that so he can't slip out of my grip. Okay, so it's going to be from here. I've got my lock here, and he's got me, so I don't have to worry about that. I hit him. He starts bending over. I'm going to hit him up. So see how my arm's hitting horizontally? I'm not leading with the elbow. This hits up as this spins around, and I get a decent grab, or not a decent, I get a really good grab on his hand. Now, as we do this, you want to remember, never let go of one good grab till you have another one. So if I had his fingers up here someplace, I wouldn't try to just spin his hand around. He's going to pull his hand out and finger whip me in the eye or something like that. It looked like you were going to finger whip me. So when I bring this up, this just spins around. I do not gap, okay? I don't want to go from here. See how there's a big gap? And then try to grab. I don't even want to do this. I don't know if you can see that little gap in there. I don't even want to do that. Your hand stays on, you just turn it around and grab him. From here, you just open your hand up. This is the part a lot of people get messed up with. We're going for 3 palms up. Right now, you can see all 3 palms are facing Ted. Okay, I just open my hand. This hand just rotates. As I step back, I rotate this around. You don't have to fall down or anything, but see how I just went to 3 palms up? This hand did nothing. It just went from here, and it just went right underneath. Now I got 3 palms up. Now I can grab that. I like to grab that little bone. I grab this bone, and I push on this one as I twist the arm. I do not gap. I don't come back like this. This just rolls over, keeps in contact, and you push down, and you can see that lock. And then I snap the wrist, as I go to the elbow, and that's going to hold him down. And then I can just boot him right to the head, okay? So let's go over a couple of things. If you noticed, it was hit and lock, or I'm sorry, lock and hit, lock and hit, lock and hit. So he's got me, so he actually has the first lock. So I go lock and hit. And then I come up and I go lock, and I hit him in the jaw by accident. So it was lock, I got this lock, and that hit. And then I roll this around, so lock and hit. Now I'm just breaking his wrist, but that's still, it's hitting him, right? It's causing some pain. Hit, and then it's lock, I keep that arm down, and hit. So I'm gonna boot him to the head as I go through. So we're doing the lock and hit, lock and hit, lock and hit. I'm messing with this height zone right off the bat because I'm inside. He should be holding it where it hurts, and then he tries to catch himself when you get hit in the stomach. So he should have went punch, oh, and then his hand comes in a little bit, so he's not trying to hit me with that. And then I keep going lock to lock and hopefully breaking things as I go along, okay? In Kenpo, whenever I do a lock, I'm not trying to subdue the person. I'm trying to break something. So in this case, it's going to be, I'm trying to break his wrist, essentially, okay? And then once his wrist is broken, that's why he's going to stay down there when you're holding on to his hand. That's the specifics on how to do Gift of Destiny. Thank you for watching this video production from Kenpo University.